Hello there and welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title in my cutting box, it's not going to hold up much longer, this box, where I just stick the books I've bought. I have a book haul. I'm pretty sure all of these are second hand. I don't think I bought any new ones, but let's go through. Usually what it is any books I buy are from Amazon, charity shops, quite often the Oxfam charity shop, which is at the bottom of the road where I work, and I pop in there sometimes if I finish a little bit earlier and it's still open. So let's go. So we've got, the first one I've got is The Memory Collector. Everything You Leave Behind Tells a Story. A touching, uplifting. This is Fiona Harper at her very best. Obviously Fiona Harper's the writer. And what does it say? Heather Lucas lives her life through other people's memories. Heather doesn't want to remember her childhood, not when her mother's extreme hoarding casts her family life in disarray. For Heather's mother, every possession is intimately connected to a memory. So when Heather uncovers a secret about her past that could reveal why her mother never let anything go, she knows there's only one place she'll find the answer: behind the locked door of her spare room, where the remains of her mother's hoard lie hidden. As Heather uncovers both objects and memories, will the truth be set free, or will she discover she's more like her mother than she thought possible? That was from Oxfam. It cost me £1.99. I've recently purchased that one. This one was from Amazon and it's David Nichols' Us, the author of One Day. I've read One Day, and I think the reason I picked this one up was because I think there's talk of a movie, and I quite often like to read a book before a movie comes out. I'm sure there was. So Us. I honestly can't imagine loving a novel much more. That was by the Sunday Times. Even better than One Day. The Times obviously like commenting. A sad, funny, soulful joy observer. So what does it say? Douglas and Connie, scientists and artists, and for more than 20 years husband and wife, until suddenly their marriage seems over. But Douglas is going to win back the love of his wife and the respect of Abby, their teenage Albie, it must be, I need to see, it's because I try and read these things too fast, not to make my videos too long. Albie, their teenage son, by organising a holiday of a lifetime. He has booked the hotels, bought the train tickets, planned and printed the itinerary for their grand tour of the great art galleries of Europe. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm really looking forward to that. Then we have this one, paintings 2000 BC to AD 2000, and it's just a brief history of painting. So it tells you about various paints. So it's almost, you know, like Monet and Much and Rothko and Andy Warhol and Hearst. So yeah, so there we just it's a, what am I thinking of? Coffee table book kind of thing, isn't it? It's one you flick in and out of. I'm sure this is $2.49, and I know I bought that from Oxfam because I just got it this week, but I thought that would be just quite a nice little sit and flicker when you're having a cup of coffee. I also bought this recently from Oxfam because I think I bought this in the same time. In fact, I bought The Memory Collector and the paintings and this one. And Victoria Heslop's Postal from Greece, so Carty's Postal from Greece. So Heslop's passionate love of the country breathes from every page. Week after week, a postcard arrives addressed to someone Ellie does not know, each signed with the initial A. So these alluring postcards of Greece brighten her life and cast a spell on her. She decides she must see this country for herself On the morning Ellie leaves for Athens, a notebook arrives. Its pages tell the story of man's odyssey through Greece. Moving, surprising, sometimes dark, a tale unfolds with the discovery not only of a culture but also of a desire to live life to the full once more. So I've got that one, and again I think that was £1.99. Then I have a one that I was actually gifted by Lynetta, Sparkling Princess Lynetta blogs. The Dead Hex, He Died, He Cheated, He Lied by Jane Corrie. And then Peter James apparently said the Dead Ex totally hooked him. So what happens? Vicky's husband Daniel once promised to love her till in sickness and health, but after a brutal attack left her suffering with epilepsy. He runs away with his mistress. So when Vicky gets a call one day to say that he's missing, her first thought is good riddance, but then the police find evidence suggesting Daniel is dead, and they think Vicky has something to do with it. As I say, Lynette, Sparkling Princess Lynette blogs actually just read this book and did a review on it. So yes, I look forward to reading that. Very kind of Lynette. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for sending me that. And then I've got the Kiss Quartet. She wants to learn how to be seductive. He taught her so much more by Helen Hogan. Cosmopolitan, 33 books to get excited about in 2018. Very nice. Anyway, I think I saw somebody talk about this on BookTube. That's why I bought this one. I was thinking. Anyway, and I'm pretty sure I bought this from Amazon. I tend to buy them from Amazon if it's a book I want, because it's not very often you actually find it in the charity shop or anything. So it's high time Stella Lane to settle. It's high time for Stella Lane to settle down and find a husband, or so her mother tells her. This is not an easy task for a wealthy, successful woman like Stella, who also happens to have Asperger's. Analysing data is easy. Handling the awkwardness of a one-on-one date is hard to overcome. Her lack of dating experience, Stella decides to hire a male escort to teach her how to be a good girlfriend. Faced with the mountain bills, Michael decides to use his good looks and charm to make extra cash on the side. He has a very firm non-repeat custom policy, but he's tempted to bend that rule when Stella approaches him with an unconventional proposal. The more time they spend together, the harder Michael falls for this disarming woman with a beautiful mind, and Stella discovers that love defies logic. So yes, it's because I try to make my videos not too long, so I kind of read everything quickly and miss things out. So then this one here, this looks quite new. Anyway, not sure where I got this from. Anyway, what does it mean to love truly? Taylor Jackson. Read One True Loves. A mastermind behind an incredible summer read. A breathtaking love story about a woman unexpectedly forced to choose between the husband she has long thought dead and the fiancé who has finally brought her back to life. I think I saw somebody talk about this on YouTube, on BookTube. That's why I've gone for this. It flickers a memory. In her 20s, Emma Blair marries her high school sweetheart Jessie. They build a life for themselves, far away from the expectations of their parents and the people of their hometown of Massachusetts. They travel the world together. Emma is a freelance writer. Jessie is a production assistant on her nature documentaries, living life to the fullest and seizing every opportunity of adventure. On their first wedding anniversary, Jessie is on an assignment in on an assignment when his helicopter goes missing over the Pacific. Just like that, Jesse is gone forever. Emma quits her job and moves home, in effect to put her life back together. Years later, now in her 30s, Emma runs into an old friend, Sam, and finds herself falling in love with love again. When Emma and Sam get engaged, it feels like Emma's second chance at happiness. That is until Jesse is found. Well, you knew that was going to happen, didn't you? Where is he? He's been found. He's alive. He's been trying to come home to her all these years. Emma now has a husband and a fiance, but who is her one true love, and what does it even mean to love truly? Emma knows she has to listen to her heart. She's just not sure what it's saying. We're getting there. We're getting there. So then we've got The Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. This was another one that I saw somebody talk about on a BookTube channel. In 1999, and the internet is still a novelty, at newspaper office, two colleagues, Beth and Jennifer, email back and forth discussing their lives in hideous detail, from love troubles to family dramas. And Lincoln, a shy IT guy responsible for monitoring emails, spends his hours reading every exchange. At first the emails offer a warm diversion, but the more he reads, the more he finds himself falling in love, falling for one of them. By the time Lincoln realises just how head over the heels he is, it's too late to introduce himself. After a series of close encounters, Lincoln eventually decides he must follow his heart and find out if there is such thing as love at first sight. So that's that one. Then we've got Sophie Kinsella, My Not So Perfect Life. I'm sure some of these I'm thinking I did take these. I did take the other books out. I'm thinking, why? I think I've mentioned these books before. I apologise if I have. Right, life doesn't get much better than a Sophie Kinsella. I love Sophie Kinsella. That's such a nice, easy, lovely read. Really can escape in them. Kate Branagh has a perfect life, a flat in London and a glamorous job and a super cool Instagram feed. Okay, so the truth is that she rents a tiny room with no space for a wardrobe, has a hideous commute to a lonely admin job, and her life and the life she shares on Instagram isn't really hers. But one day after her dreams are bound to come true. Aren't they? Like me, my YouTube channel. Until her not so perfect life comes crushing down on her. Mega successful boss gives her the sack, and Katie has to move home to Somerset. Then Demeter books in for a glamping holiday on the family's farm, and Kate sees her chance. But should she get revenge on the woman who ruined her dreams, or try to get her job back? Does Demeter, the woman who has everything, actually have such an idyllic life herself? Maybe there's more in common. Maybe there's more in common than it seems. So that's that. Love Sophie Kinsella. This is why I thought I'd talked about books and books before. And if I say if I have, The Enemy of Good. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this. I have. I apologise if I've talked. I think I'm definitely. Well, if I haven't, I also have The Enemy of Good. So I think that I might have talked about some. I need to put them away because I think I might have mixed an old book all up. Because certainly, I'm sure I've talked about this one. I don't think I've talked about the Sophie Kinsella one though. Anyway, so I have, because this is about the Granvilles' extraordinary family. Edwin is a retired bishop who's lost his faith. Marta is a child of Warsaw Ghetto. So about the son, the celebrated painter who's traumatised by the death of his twin. They have a daughter who's a music publisher, recovering from an affair with a convicted murderer. And then it says, over 3 remarkable years, the family goes through a sequence of events that cause it to reassess its deepest values and closest relationships. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in a different haul. That's what makes me think. Definitely, I'm pretty sure I have. Anyway, so that is my other book. Oh yeah, I'm going to put those away. If I haven't, I've just skimmed over that one. Anyway, so that is my book haul. That I might have repeated at least one of the books. Yeah, so take care. If you have enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Comment down below, have you read any of these books? Is there any of the books you fancy? And yeah, take care. And I'll see you very shortly for another video. Bye bye.